Nissim Ezekiel was an Indian poet, playwright, and critic. He was deeply influenced by T.S. Eliot and Ezra Pound, whose modernist sensibilities shaped his poetic style and themes. But Ezekiel also absorbed the cultural richness of India, blending Western literary techniques with Indian realities. His poetry, much like Philip Larkin's, captures the essence of urban life with irony and wit, portraying the ordinary with profound insight. One of Ezekiel's most celebrated poems, Enterprise, serves as an allegory of human ambition, struggle, and the eventual realization of futility. The poem narrates the journey of a group who set out with great enthusiasm on what they believe to be a noble mission. But as the journey progresses, they face hardships, internal conflicts, and disillusionments. Enterprise employs irony masterfully to expose the futility of human endeavors. At the beginning, the journey is described as a pilgrimage, suggesting a spiritual or noble purpose. The travelers? They're filled with excitement, hope, believing they're on a mission that'll elevate their minds and spirits. Ezekiel writes, "It started as a pilgrimage, exalting minds and making all the burdens light. However, the irony? They assume their journey has great significance, but never clearly define its true purpose. Their confidence blinds them to the possibility that their mission might not be as grand as they believe. This reflects a common human tendency, setting out on ambitious ventures without fully understanding the goals." According to M.K. Naik, Ezekiel frequently uses irony to question so-called grand ideas that collapse under scrutiny. This theme? It's a recurring motif in modernist poetry, akin to Eliot's The Waste Land, where expectations of grandeur often lead to disillusionment. As the journey continues, difficulties arise. The travelers struggle under harsh conditions, and their initial optimism? It begins to wane. The physical and emotional strain takes a toll. The sun beat down to match our rage. Here, the intense heat? It's not just a literal obstacle, but a symbol of growing frustration. The irony? Instead of bringing them closer, adversity drives them apart. Their once exalted purpose is overshadowed by exhaustion, anger. This highlights a universal truth. Grand ambitions? They often collapse under the weight of practical difficulties, human weaknesses. The journey becomes even harder when a key leader, the one supposed to guide them, abandons the group. A shadow falls on us and grows. A leader quit. We lost our way. The irony here? Profound. The leader they trusted for direction is the first to lose faith and leave. This reflects a harsh reality. Those who claim to lead others toward a higher purpose often fail when tested by adversity. The journey, which began with a shared vision, now lacks guidance, meaning. This echoes Ezekiel's broader skepticism about authority figures, a theme also seen in The Railway Clerk, where blind faith in an oppressive system is, ironically, futile. After enduring so much hardship, the travelers finally reach their destination. But instead of triumph or enlightenment, disappointment. Home is where we have to gather grace. The ultimate irony? After all their struggles, they realize the journey was unnecessary. They return home with no new wisdom or achievement, making the entire effort seem pointless. This conveys a powerful message. People often embark on difficult quests, believing they'll find something extraordinary, only to realize true fulfillment was within reach all along. This idea, it mirrors Eliot's four quartets, where returning to one's origin with new awareness is explored. C.D. Narasimha highlights Ezekiel's irony in Enterprise isn't just satire, but a deeper existential reflection on the human condition. Ezekiel's use of irony in Enterprise, it's a critique of human tendencies toward blind ambition, misplaced priorities. The poem suggests our so-called grand ventures, they often end in disillusionment because we fail to recognize where true meaning lies. By contrasting initial enthusiasm with final disappointment, Ezekiel delivers a thought-provoking message. Sometimes, what we seek isn't in distant journeys, but in self-awareness and contentment with life's simple realities.